There it is. Hello, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's time to break free from the matrix before it's too late. Honestly, it is getting close to those end times, right? The zombie apocalypse is upon us. There is a massive reset that is happening, and you are forced to choose a side that is following the heart and this fifth dimensional consciousness and this great awakening that is happening on the planet, or the 3D life and the fear and the matrix and their agenda and the pandemic and the next virus and the next thing to keep you in the corral. How to really break free. That's what I want to dive into and really get to the bottom as far as what the matrix is doing to keep people in control. Because you know they're doing new techniques, new things constantly to get as many souls as they possibly can into that corral. And we are way past the George Orwellian 1984 times, right? This artificial intelligence, this artificial world that we live in is taking over. Now you have to make that choice and create the change for yourself before it's too late. Shout out to everybody in the chat right here joining me. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to everybody expanding their cup. You know, it's not easy doing this work. It's not easy having a spiritual practice in this modern life, right? This world is not meant for spirituality. It's been set up to cater to the matrix. It was created by the matrix, and it's only going to favor their agenda. So think about what you're doing right now to create the balance. So how are you doing this? How are you doing that? How are you creating the change? What are you doing to wake up? Because the matrix is entrapping slaves and souls and people left and right. They're not stopping. They're working day and night, and we have to do the same to create the change right here on this planet. Now, those of you who know about Elon Musk, right? You know about the Neuralink. You know about this it's happening faster than we can even control, right? The Matrix, Elon Musk, the continual creation of the artificial world that we are living in with the Neuralink and this artificial intelligence that is happening right now on our planet. I'm talking about the nanotechnology, right? I'm talking about this complete dissolve of the natural world as we know it. They've been doing it for hundreds of years. This is nothing new. The question is, what are you doing to create the change? That's what this all comes down to right now. We have to talk about the solutions and get in tune with that light and love frequency that is right here on planet Earth. Shout out to everybody right here, feeling the love, feeling this higher vibration. It is time right now to go even deeper. How's everybody feeling? Let me know in the chat. Let me know right now. Are you excited about these changes? Are you excited that the matrix is crumbling? Are you excited about the fifth dimension? Let me know. All right. This is happening. How often can you get in tune with this energy? Now, if you have any questions or any comments at any time, please don't be afraid, because what's happening is wherever is on your mind, whatever questions you have, it's going to help the collective conscious grow. Jenna has a wonderful question here I want to share with everybody. Jenna Skype, and you have a wonderful question that needs to be addressed. Wonder why they're doing all of this in the first place, huh? Really think about it, right? Think about why all of this started in the first place, right? So Jenna is sharing with us this wonderful question. I wonder why they try so hard to get us under control. Think about this. Think about why they want to control us in the first place, right? Think about money. Is it money? Is it gold, right? No, that was the old paradigm. They're after your energy. They're after your power, your decision-making power. That's it. We went from the old paradigm where they needed to enslave us for jobs, right? For factory workers and so on. Now that day is completely over. Now what we are experiencing is a complete programming to keep us in control so that the profit margins can be increased, right? The healthy people are not going to increase their profit margins. Only the sick people are going to go into the hospitals and create you know what as far as what's happening right now through this problem. They're only going to line up to take whatever injection they tell us to take, right? All of these people, all of this is happening to lead to even more control, because once you have the control, that's it. That's where the power comes from. That's where the greed, that's where the money, that's where the energy, that's where it all is stemming from. And they are doing this because they know how powerful we truly are. They know that once your third eye is open, that you cannot be controlled any longer. So that's why they're putting fluoride in the water. That's why they're putting chemtrails, right? That's why they're putting toxic heavy metals in the air. That's why they're creating GMO food. That's why they're creating 5G. Think about that. We are way beyond just the toxic levels in our soil and in our water and in our food. It is in the air that you breathe, and it is invisible all around you, being bombarded into every single cell through 5G radiation, electromagnetic frequencies. This is the matrix world that has been created to keep people in control. That's it. It all comes back down to control, because it's like a battery, right? Every little human being is like a battery, just charging up that great machine that is only getting stronger. Every single day, more souls are being pulled into this, being lured into this through their latest technology, right? Whether it's the iPhone 500, it doesn't matter. The natural world will always be the solution. Always. You right here, this meat suit, this human mechanism, once your Merkaba is unlocked, once the Kundalini is online, that is the technology. That is the most advanced technology there will ever be. And man is only trying to recreate and recreate and recreate, and it will never come close to the creation that is this human mechanism. Not even close. Now, what's happening is through all of this, there are going to be many, many different angles that you can look at the viewpoint that we are in right now. Many different angles. Emily Pollard, great question. Thank you so much for asking. What do you think about the reptilian theories? These come up almost in every single live stream. And what's happening is, yes, there is a reptilian celestial class out there. Yes, they have enslaved a big portion of the human race, and they continue to be involved with politics, especially, so they can create even more of an agenda. However, it's a two-way road. We can't just blame the politicians. We can't just blame the reptilians, right? We can't blame Bill Gates. We can't blame any of these people. We have to show up with love. So yes, These reptilians are real. Yes, there are even more evil and corrupt things out there that I will not get into. Why? Because we can't feed it anymore. We have to bring it back to the love and the light. These reptilians are here. However, you are more powerful. You are more powerful than any crazy dark thing that your mind can come up with. Why? Because you are multidimensional. You are here to go beyond time and space, beyond the limitations from the Matrix. The reptilians, any other being, they are bound to that singular dimension. Therefore, they're jealous. Honestly, they're jealous of us and what we can do. So don't even worry about it. No need to put any energy towards the reptilians, towards all of these conspiracies any longer. Let's channel all of this into our heart, into what really matters, into your divinity, into your life's purpose, into your dharma, right? What are you supposed to do? That's where this energy needs to go. Junko Johnson, thank you so much for being here. You have a great question. You know, I can confess in my early days that I was completely afraid of the internet, and I ran and had to go hide way up in the mountains, to be honest with you. Junko Johnson is sharing this question. Is the internet bad for 5D, or is there a certain ways it can benefit 5D? 100% yes, it can benefit 5D. That's the beauty of this. I, again, can confess, and I was completely afraid of technology in the beginning, and I ran to Alaska, and I ran to places where I could just hide and meditate all day, and that served me and that particular time in my life. However, I realized that this technology can be used for good. It can be used for the light, and getting this divinity out there, this higher frequency needs to be transmitted through the internet. It's the only way to access souls, right? You're going to access so many more souls than you would through a personal interaction. So the answer is yes, you have to use the internet. In my opinion, this is the future. Everybody's going to have some sort of YouTube channel or content that they are creating, and we're going to get away from these big Hollywood, HBO special, type of applications, because this is authentic. That is the answer, right? Authenticity is what it comes down to, and the internet is changing right now. This is a big point that I want to make, because the Matrix has obviously been controlling the internet for a very long time. The only way that I can communicate with people is through the Signal app and my inner circle members, because anything other than that, even this YouTube video right here, is being censored. It's being watched. I can't talk about the things that I want to talk about here. That's why I have to use Signal. This is an app. For those of you who don't know, Signal is completely encrypted. It is a private server, and this is how I communicate through that app, because I don't use email that much. I don't want to be censored. I want to talk about the truth. So yes, the internet is gone with that truth as the Matrix is controlling it. However, we need to continue to use this as a vehicle to promote the light and love, because this is the only way to get those souls into their heart. That's it. Out of that corral and into the heart space. That's what we have to do. There is a huge shift happening right now. Right now. Can you feel it? Right now, there's a huge shift that's happening on the planet, and it's only for those people that are tuning to it. You have to think, we are the 1%. We are the people who are here to create the change so other people can follow. That's our destiny. That's what we're supposed to do on this planet, because if we're not doing that, we're only following somebody else, right? And we know that doesn't work anymore. No politician is going to create the change for you. No soulmate, no significant other, no brother, sister. No one can do this for you. You have to be the one. You, the chosen one, the shepherd, leading the sheep beyond the corral, not to the butcher. There is no butcher, right? There is no butcher in the new earth. The new earth is a sanctuary, a complete Garden of Eden. That's what this is. That's what we are creating. You have to practice discernment within your heart. Everything is a vibe, right? Passing the vibe check, getting in tune with what we would call higher or lower consciousness, expanding your cup, getting you free from the shackles around your ankles that the Matrix created, right? Now, all of this comes down to your ability to really transcend the mind, right? The third dimension and the web of the mind is how we got stuck in the Matrix in the first place. Therefore, the only solution is the heart. That's it. Now, I'm not talking about this in some hippie cliche way. I'm talking about you practicing unconditional love. That's it. True unconditional love. That's what we're here to do. Things are changing so fast. It's evolving beyond the rate that anybody can control right now. Anybody can control. So you have to embrace those changes. Every single one of us need to embrace the changes. Jenna, another question from Jenna here. What do you think about school and college system having trouble setting free from it? Now, if you feel like you need to be in school or college for this degree that you need, whether you want to be an astronaut or a doctor or a lawyer, then awesome. Continue to pursue school. However, if you don't feel the need to be a doctor or you don't want to be an astronaut or anything like that, then please do not continue to lower your vibration for something that isn't going to serve you. It's just that simple. It's not going to serve you. We've announced, right? Elon Musk announced he's going to hire anybody without a college degree. There's government jobs now, federal jobs, state jobs announcing, Google announcing, right, that they no longer require college degrees upon hiring new applicants. So things are changing. It's not the same world that I grew up in, right? So for all the younger people listening right now, watching, this is something that is very important because you have to learn new skills and you don't need to go to college for that. You don't. The internet is out there now. You can have everything through a YouTube video or through some one-on-one session, right? There is so much information that you have right at your fingertips that wasn't around when I was going to school. So take full advantage of that, please. And don't get stuck in that trap by living out somebody else's life, whether it's your parents or your uncle, your brother, sister, doesn't matter. Live for yourself. Live for the now. Live for that heart. That's what this Great Awakening is all about. Giovanni has a wonderful question for us. It is all about unconditional love. It really is. Giovanni Mario Ford. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right here. Apologies if I'm not. Giovanna's asking, how do you practice unconditional love if you have a coworker that has disappointed you in the past? This is a great question. Doesn't matter if it's a coworker, right? Doesn't matter if it's a significant other, your mother, your father. If you feel disappointment, right, it's because you set up an expectation. You set up an expectation that they couldn't meet and you are the only one suffering. That person is not suffering. So break free from that attachment by removing the expectation. That's it. It's that simple. If you have an expectation, you are practicing conditional love. You're telling that person, I only love you if you follow these steps that I've made. The other option is telling that person, I love you no matter what you do. No matter how old you are, what your skin color is, what you act like. I love you because you are me. That soul is the same soul within me. We are one. That is your other option. And I know it's not easy and it's difficult, especially if you've been let down and disappointed time and time again. However, that means nothing compared to that energy, right? That love energy that is inside your heart that continues to blossom when you say yes to these situations instead of closing off the door to your heart. It is so important to keep practicing unconditional love. I know. I know it's happening. It's happening, right? Unconditional love, right? That is always going to be the solution. Always. Always. SpongeBob Brown Pants. I love this name. I love your username here. This is hilarious. Great question coming down from SpongeBob Round Pants. Is it the same thing for the people who are jerks to me in school? How do I deal with it? Right? It doesn't matter whether they're at school. It doesn't matter whether they're in your family. It's all the same answer. Every single time. And you know what it is? You already know. I don't even have to say it anymore. You can already guess what I'm going to say. And it's unconditional love, right? Now let's take those words and put it into a practice, right? You know that they're going to bully you. You know they're going to say some sarcastic thing or whatever, right? That's them staying in the judging mind, staying in that fear, right? That's it, because they're afraid. That is it. Remember that. And they are afraid. Therefore, the only thing that you can do is love them for where they are at. That's it. It comes back down to love, and it comes back down to the evolution of the soul. Yes, you are highly evolved. Not the age. That's just a number. I'm talking about the evolution of the soul. And because of this, you have to love them even more because they are in a dark place. Right? They're making fun of you because they are not comfortable with your energy. You have two options. One, you can lower your vibration to their standard and make them feel comfortable, or you can continue to vibrate and shine so bright that they will finally one day rise to your level. Those are your options. And I would choose option number 2 if I were you. Danielle, I couldn't have said it any better myself. I couldn't say it any better. Fear is an illusion. It truly is. Fear is an illusion. Only love is real. Beautiful. So beautiful. Thank you for sharing these words with us. This is something that really resonates with me because when you break free of those limitations that you've placed upon yourself, that the matrix has set out as a trap before you, and you expand into this unconditional love frequency that is the 5th dimension, you will understand that what you were living before was just a mere speck of the potential. And here you are on the other side, this infinite light being, literally so expansive that you can't even comprehend it. And yet we limit our consciousness every single day, allowing this mistake to happen time and time again. So guess what? You are here to never do that again, to always choose the love and accept what is real. Accept the divine self that is you, the 5th dimensional version of you, the spiritual version of you. That dimension exists within all of us. It's there. Jolt Prod, great question. Yes, 100%. 100%. I believe in past lives. Technically, I am a certified Raja Yoga teacher and meditation instructor. And this is something that really resonates with me. Past lives, reincarnation. When you truly have these experiences in meditation, right? That's when you will acknowledge that past lives are real. Not just reading about it in some book or watching a video. I'm talking about experiencing your past life, knowing who you were in a past life. When you truly know this, that's when you will no longer deny it, right? You're still being in that seeking energy until you have the experience of it. Then there is no more seeking. And yes, for me, I've had that experience multiple times throughout my past life, being the most recent one as a witch. Honestly, I was hung as a witch in a past life. I saw the noose around my neck and the whole 9, right? In a past life, I've had witches. I've been Buddhist monks. I've been in Tibet. I've been in the Himalayas. I've been a yogi. I've been similar things time and time again, and then random things periodically as well. And this is just on planet Earth, right? We could go talk about other lifetimes on other planets as well. Now, at the same time, don't let that distract you from your work that you need to do right here in this body, right? In this form. I am right here as Robert for a reason with this 33-year-old meat suit that has this particular eye color, hair color, body size, everything for a reason. And I need to love it and embrace it, because when you use it to its full advantage, that's when you break those cycles of the karmic load and you truly get free of the samsara and become the one, become the enlightened being, become the infinite consciousness. That's what we're here to do. Bellicus, I am so sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. Bellicus Bekatish. Yes, the answer is yes. Similar as far as the past life, I do believe in the afterlife as well. And what's happening is, through whatever your belief system is, this is what you create, right? The afterlife is based off of your belief system. If you believe in heaven, you're going to go to a heavenly kingdom. If you believe in the hell, you're going to go to a hell kingdom, right? There are other planets besides Earth that are heavenly. There are other dimensions that are not physical. And this is what I would call the afterlife. Meaning, once you dissolve the meat suit and it goes back in tune with the earth, where does the soul go? Releasing from the crown chakra right here at the back of the head and going up into the cosmos. And where does it go? It doesn't die, right? You are immortal. You are infinite. You cannot die, because the soul is you. The meat suit is temporary. Everything that is temporary is going to come right back into the earth and dissolve back into the eternal frequency. Everything that is not temporary, is the infinite, will continue to go on. This is one of many births, and it's seriously a blink of an eye, because you've done this so many times. So many times you can't even comprehend it. There is a huge influence right now of energy that's coming up that is creating a distraction from your spiritual practice, right? That's what the Matrix is doing. They don't want you to live a spiritual life. They don't want you to open the Kundalini and unblock your chakras and have an open third eye and astral project and get in tune with this great awakening. They do not want you to do that. They want you to go back into the fast food lines, go back to that dead-end job, keep grinding away and keep suffering, right? Yes, there are current plans to create even more of a corral to get even more souls in. That's why we need to act accordingly. We need to act as if there is going to be no other solution besides the fifth dimension and creating the new earth. That's what we are here to do. And anything except for that is only fueling the Matrix. So it's time to keep going. Yes, it's difficult. Yes, you're going to run into some roadblocks. Yes, your mind is going to frustrate you and you're going to think you're crazy and you're going to get overwhelmed. That is the ego winning the game. That's a part of the Matrix and their plan. The only other option is to choose the heart and the unconditional love frequency. What does that even mean, though? That means you go against the grain as far as what your mind is telling you to do, and you just love it anyway. That's what it means. You love it anyway because you know that's what you are here to do, to love, truly love. That's the only solution. Chrissy, thank you so much for asking this question. You know, there is a lot happening right now through this Great Awakening and how we all perceive this Great Awakening. I can guarantee you that everybody is on the path, whether they realize it or not, is another conversation. Everybody is on the path. Every single soul right now is on the path. Whether they are walking the walk is a whole nother conversation. So Chrissy Lay 888, thank you so much for asking this question. Do you think that when you are going through an awakening and more trauma keeps happening, that this is preparing you more for the next level? People have been looking at me like I am insane. Welcome to the Great Awakening, Chrissy. This is just the beginning. Yes, you are describing what we all have been through. This is going to happen again and again. And yes, these traumas are a part of you creating this so you can wake up. That's it. There's nothing else to do. You have to wake up. Those traumas are just you going through the fire, purging out all of those impurities that are in your system. Yes, they had to happen. Now, when you truly have gratitude for it and you're grateful for every traumatic experience, every dark emotion, every turmoil, every skeleton in your closet, when you're truly grateful for those things, that's when you will be free of them. If you still have resistance and you're still in this victim mentality, then guess what? It's going to keep coming back and back and back until you're chiseled out and you're shining so bright like this diamond. Until that moment, then yes, you have to go back into that fire time and time again. That's why you've seen so many souls wake up through this pandemic of 2020, through this COVID crisis, and people having to spend times on house arrest indoors, forced inside, not being able to see one another, not being able to hug their family members. I mean, come on, people are so restricted from something as simple as love that there is only the inevitable, which is a retaliation, which is a part of this Great Awakening. Lucas, what a great question, brother. Yes, there is a huge potential for this. Huge potential. Lucas is asking right now, is there infinite possibility in all direction or one path for your souls that evolve? That is a great question. You know, it's not one path necessarily. The analogy that I like to use is a mountain, right? We're all on this big cosmic mountain hiking to the top, right? And at the very top, we would call that enlightenment or nirvana. And what we are all doing is hiking to the top. And some people are on the very slow road. They don't even know that they're hiking to the top. They're just circling the bottom very slowly. Some are digging a hole even deeper, going the opposite direction. Some are meditators and heart-centered people that are walking to the top, hiking even, desperately trying to get there, right? Other people are monks, nurses, right? People that are on the selfless path, people that are here to transmute the energy, and they're just soaring to the top, right? These are different modes, right? The mode of goodness, the mode of ignorance, the mode of passion. You know, these are different qualities of energy that are going to accelerate your growth to the top of the mountain, or that is going to propel you tumbling down, right? And there's no judgment on how fast you get there. It's just we're all walking there, right? That's it. So we might as well help each other out a little bit. That's it. It's this beautiful, grand cosmic mountain, and we're just walking there together. Every single one of us. All right, Jenna Sky again. You know, I get this question every single day. And it is important to answer because there are so many books out there that have profoundly shaped my life. And I would love to share a few of them with you. Number one is Autobiography of a Yogi Paramahansa Yogananda, this #1 book recommendation for me. This book changed my life. This is not for everybody. If you feel like you're a meditator, you're into yoga, then I would highly read this book. If you're not into yoga, then you will not enjoy this book, right? If you're into sacred geometry and you want to get away from Hinduism and Buddhism and things like that and the Eastern philosophies and religions, then The Ancient Secret of the Flower of Life by Drunvalo Melchizedek, volumes 1 and 2, those are your go-tos. Every resource you could ever want to know, every mathematical equation, every scientific explanation of world religions and scriptures and mystic practices can be found in that book. Again, this is The Ancient Secret of the Flower of Life by Drunvalo Melchizedek, volumes 1 and 2. Those books completely changed my life, and I'm currently writing a book that I'm excited about that is very inspired by the questions that I get right here, which is how I woke up, right? What is the spiritual journey all about? How did I get into all of this? And I'm writing an entire autobiography style book. Stay tuned for that. Love you guys so much. I love every single one of you beautiful souls. And there is a reason why you are here. There is a reason why you're watching this video. There's a reason why you're feeling the energy. And the energy does not lie. You cannot fake a vibe. It's literally impossible to fake it. It's real. It is so real that it cannot be contained. Have you noticed that? Has anybody else noticed that? That love is the most contagious thing that there is? This vibration of love is so contagious. Nobody can contain it. SpongeBob Round Pounce again, thank you for being here. Watching this is starting to raise my vibe or something. I'm starting to smile for absolutely no reason. I love you guys. This is what I'm talking about right here. This is the potential. This is why I hop on these videos. This is why I show up every single day and create content every single day. And you tell me, is the vibe real? You tell me right here in the comment section. Let me know. I feel the love. Let me know if you're feeling it or not too. I know SpongeBob Round Pounce is feeling it. I feel the love. If you don't feel it, then please don't type it in, because I want you to be authentic and I want you to truly resonate with this vibration. And if you don't, that's cool too. We are all here for the love either way. This is a great question Justin Tal is throwing at us right now. And something that I've thought about a lot, honestly. There is so much going down behind the veil, and one can only guess, if you haven't had the experience of the exact thing that the Matrix is doing and how they came up with all this stuff in the first place, right? Like, where did they get these tactics to control, and how did they start using chemtrails and controlling the food and all that kind of stuff? So Justin, great question, brother. Here we go. Who does the elites truly worship? What is their religion based off on? In order to not fail for the Matrix, you need to figure that out. Great insight, brother. Great question. Yes, there are some crazy satanic dark rituals, that are going down. Bohemian Grove is just the tip of the iceberg. All right. There is so many things that the Matrix practices as far as magic and dark magic in order to keep that agenda alive. Right? Yes, it is happening. Yes, it's out there. However, all we need to do is understand that it does not pass the vibe check. Right? It does not pass the vibe check. Let your own intuition, let your own higher self be the guide always. Don't even take my word for it. Honestly, I want you to question everything. And if you come in contact with some Illuminati figure or some conspiracy theorist, whatever, right? It's always a vibe check. Do they pass the vibe check? And it's really obvious to me. You'll notice as you become more spiritually awake, it's like you become a human lie detector, right? Especially if you've been an empath or resonate with the word lightworker or starseed and you've been on this path for a long time. Like, you are a human lie detector. You know who is bluffing and who's not, right? You don't want to come across that person in a poker tournament. Like, it's serious. So yes, these political figures, right? Presidents, doesn't matter, right? A lot of them aren't passing the vibe check, and it's not about ignoring them. It's about what you're putting your energy to, because if you're putting your energy to that, you're attuning to that level of energy or vibration. So just be very mindful of that, because if you're not happy with what your energy and what you're putting into, then you have to change it. Stop following those people on social media. Stop putting that news into your energy field. Stop listening to those toxic family members that are pressuring you into doing what you don't want to do. Draw that healthy boundary in the sand. It's time to activate your power. It's time to be the chosen one and act like the infinite spirit that you are. No more getting in tune with these cliches or these tendencies that are coming from you making other people happy. No more of that. You come first. Expand your cup. When you do this, when your cup is filled, that's when you can help others, not the other way around. Huge shift happening. Can you feel it? I'm just so caught up in the energy that I want everybody to know that the shift has already happened, and it's never too late to wake up. It's never too late to break free from the matrix. It's never too late. What's happening is right now, the tactics of the matrix and their control are getting stronger, right? Stronger than they ever have been. Because what was working last year isn't going to work on the next year, right? The coronavirus and the pandemic only worked for about a year, right? Before people finally took their power back. And that's what's happening right now again, is they're coming up with the next phase. And it's going to make the coronavirus look like a little Hollywood film, right? The Avengers need to be rolled out. We need to come out with resistance and base it off of love, not fighting fight with fight. Violence will never fix violence, right? Flames only make the flames bigger. We can't fuel them. We have to be that fire extinguisher of love and come at this with unconditional love, heart-centered frequency. That is it. That is the only thing. So you need to do whatever it takes to get yourself in line where you can empower that person instead of being caught in the judging mind, instead of being caught in the drama and choosing the definitive thing, right? Choosing the separation instead of choosing the oneness. That is a choice. And I choose love. Do you choose love? Let me know right now in the comment section. I choose love. If you don't, that's cool too. I just want to know, because what's happening right now is you need to make a choice. There is a clear division happening right now, and you need to make the choice. Let me know in the comment section. I choose love. If you choose love, you are here for the fifth dimension. That's what this is all about. 5D, baby. Who's ready? Who's ready? I know I am. So true. It's happening right now. GVan 365. Thank you for being here, brother. I completely agree with you. 100% agree with you. You can see the shift happening right now. Every aspect, right? It's whether you're into political things, environmental, it's all happening, right? GVan 365. You can see this shift happening in all aspects of the world, right? Doesn't matter. Whether we're into cryptocurrencies and you're seeing the decentralization of the banks, right? And this overinflated economy, right? Whether you're in it from that angle, whether you see it from the food and the GMO world that we have all been living in for so long, whether you see it from the toxicity of the government and the politics and the evil corruption that's been in the system for so long, it doesn't matter what angle you're coming at it from, it's all connected. Whether it's the fast food chains being open, whether it's the Walmart line being open through this pandemic, all of this has to do with getting more sheep in the corral, and you, the shepherd, are here to break the gates. That's it. Build a completely new earth that doesn't have any corrals anymore. There are no fences in the new earth. They're gone. We don't need them. There is no separation because it's all love. Great question. The Bob 123. You know, it is possible. There is that choice within all of us. However, it is not easy. It is not easy because of our programming. And it all comes back down to programming. Bob 123 has a wonderful question for all of us. Is it possible not to judge? I feel like no matter how awake one might be, it's a part of the ego, and I feel like all we can do is to be aware of it. What a beautiful insight, brother. Yes, we have the judging mind, the monkey mind. It is always with us. Now, what you're talking about is the prefrontal cortex right here in the front of the brain. That is the real human self. That is past the emotional brain, right? Past the reptilian brain. The real human right here is only found in the prefrontal cortex. That is what is illuminated through higher states of meditation and advanced consciousness. And yes, there is a judge-free zone right here in the prefrontal cortex. And at the same time, you are going to get caught in the emotion and the reactivity in the back of the brain, which is the mammal part of ourself, if you judge others. So it's a yes and no answer, meaning yes, you have the potential. However, no, most people cannot access it because they are simply caught in reactivity. They are caught in defending their belief. They're caught in choosing the higher road instead of just accepting what is. So yes, that part of ourself is always going to be there, and that ego needs to be balanced, right? You're never going to remove it. You're never going to hear me post a video about ego death and how to remove the ego and destroy your chakras and all of those fake new age beliefs, right? It's not possible to do any of those things. That's all just for views. That's all some social media program. Now, the truth is you need the ego. You need this identity. I need Robert. I need this meat suit. I love it, honestly. I love every part about it. I love my face. I love my hair. I love my eye color. I got some cool tattoos. This is awesome, right? You know, you need to use that vehicle. Use it to help uplift and transmute the negativity to the highest good of all. That's what we're doing here. It's happening, right? We can all feel it. We can all feel it. So the question is, what are you attuning to, right? Because wherever that attention is flowing, that's where your energy is. And remember, it's all energy. Every single part of it is energy. Oh, I love this right here. Water into wine is sharing a beautiful comment with us that I really want to get out there. Fear and love are in the food. They truly are. Choose to eat by vibration, eat to live, eat to love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, because this is one of the big catalysts that started me on my path. Right? I was diagnosed with irritable bowel syndrome when I was 16. Standard American diet ruined my life. Claiming my power by being vegan. I've been vegan for almost 13 years now. making that connection to living foods, detoxification, getting the Kundalini energy online without being vegan, that was like the single biggest decision in my life that caused me to have the energy that I have now. So yes, 100%. Eat high vibrational foods, eat living foods. If you've been following me here at the Infinite Cup, you know I talk about this stuff for a reason. My very first video on this channel is like a blueberry detox smoothie recipe. That's how passionate I am about this stuff, right? And I can't make smoothie recipe videos anymore because this is the good stuff right here. Yes, you need to control the food. Eat the high vibrational foods. Once you have the power over and control, right, over the food that you're eating, then we can talk about meditation. Then we can talk about higher consciousness. To be honest, most people can't control the food that they're eating because they're so addicted to that toxicity and that low vibrational state. Now, this is a huge catalyst, and I just want to give a real quick shout out to everybody right now who is vegan, everybody who is at least vegetarian or thinking about having some sort of clean eating habits, plant-based, whatever you want to call yourself. Thank you. You are saving not only the planet, you are saving every single one of us. Everybody is experiencing it in their own way right now, and you need to embrace the process. Yes, you are going to experience road bumps as you go in tune with your intuition and you develop the ability to practice discernment and say yes to your most infinite potential. Yes, you are going to experience some road bumps along the way. The matrix is going to tempt you and challenge those decisions that you made. And they are going to lure you in with the next thing and the next thing and the next. And you have to stay true to your heart. That's what we are here to do. Mr. Chillax Bra is a great question for all of us. There is a huge shift happening right now. And I truly believe the Great Awakening is here to stay. 100%. 100% here to stay. Must chillax, bro. Here we go. Do you think this Great Awakening is leading us towards a breakaway from civilizations or change in the Matrix and in the Matrix? Now, what I would call this is the Great Reset, right? The Great Awakening is happening as far as the energy, and people are tapped into it, and people are waking up, and the 5D light has been turned on. This is changing the way that they do things. Haven't you noticed that? Things are more attractive. Things are more technologically advanced than they ever have been. So yes, it's changing. And in my opinion, the Matrix will never go away. It's only changing its face, right? Now you don't know what's artificial and what's not. If somebody's walking around with a Neuralink in their head, you don't know whether they're plugged in or not. Right now you do know. Right now you can tell whether that person is plugged in or not. Right now you can see whether that person is connected to the Matrix or whether their vibration is tied to it or not. In the upcoming future, you will not be able to tell the difference. So that's the choice. That is the Great Reset. This artificial world or this natural world. The 3D or the 5D. The love or the fear. Like, what do you want to do? It's time to make a choice. And I don't know about you, but I am here for 5D. You let me know in the comment section right now. What are you here for? Are you here for 5D? Type it in if you are. I am here for 5D. Let me know. Because that's a choice. Because everybody else is being pushed into the 3D, being pushed back into the crowd, going to the Matrix, going to that job, slaving away, not listening to their heart, not listening to their intuition. What are you doing? Are you here for 5D? Don't just tell me, tell the universe, right? Tell your higher self, tell every single person that you come in contact with and represent 5D, represent this unconditional love vibration that's happening on the planet. Let it go. All of those things that are no longer serving you, let it go. so you can step into this loving awareness, so you can step into this fifth dimension. This cannot be stopped. The Great Awakening will not be canceled. The Matrix cannot cancel us. And I want to let every single one of you know, you are here and you are a part of this Great Awakening. It's time to go deeper. That's what we're here to do. Go deeper than what you've done before. Not even in this life, in the previous one. Go deeper. You've been longing for that thing. It's time to claim your power and claim that infinite potential. Your abundance is waiting for you. All you have to do is claim it. When you truly break free from the Matrix, when you truly accept your divinity within the one, within the infinite cosmic universe, that's your true identity, not this earth. This is a very temporary experience. The earth is not your real home. You're here to go to the true home, the heavenly planets and beyond. And I want to let all of you know that the love is real and 5D is happening right now on this planet. Right now, you can access it. So clear those skeletons out of your closet. Do the work. Unblock the chakras. Get Kundalini online. Open your third eye, because this is the most important work that needs to be done right now. Everything else is just serving the Matrix. Don't worry about your job. Don't worry about your responsibilities right now. Let all of that go. And know you are exactly where you need to be. You are home in the fifth dimension. This spiritual kingdom, the doors are open for you. They are never going to close. We are here for everybody. We are here for the light and the love, and it's time to claim it. Thank you all for being here. It's been a beautiful time to connect with all of you. If you feel like you want to take your journey to the next level, come to the Inner Circle group. We're here 24/7 through the Signal app communicating. It's an awesome way to get around the censorship. Join the private live streams that I do weekly to get around the censorship. You also get discounts, special offers, all kinds of goodies when you come over to the Inner Circle Club. We would love to have you. All right. There's other members waiting for you. Join the satsang, join the like-minded community. And until next time, guys, infinite love and infinite peace.